What's going on, people? It's King Yardy Gaming Network. In today's topic, and I'm going to be pushing more content for this channel when it comes to gaming, because this is a world that I've been into pretty much bit of my life. And I've always been Team Xbox, Team Microsoft, Team Halo. I want to say since Halo 2 dropped. And even one of my homies that I put on to Halo, shout out to Judge, he's become one of the best Halo players in the community. So shout out to him. And I was the one who put him onto it back in high school. And I'm 34 years old. Um, and during the course of Halo, I watched Halo, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I watched as Halo made Xbox. It became Xbox identity. It became the core of what Xbox is. And yo, it's like when Halo 4 dropped, it took a turn. And Halo 4 during that time, Call of Duty was out, right? So Call of Duty was out, and what happened during that time is that because Call of Duty was so popular, Halo decided to take some elements from Call of Duty instead of making Halo Halo, improving up on Halo. And, you know, people during that time were trying to get away from that Call of Duty or the nonsense of Call of Duty and all the other stuff. So they was looking for other games. This is why Battlefield took so much of a got so good or got so big. It's because Battlefield was the alternative. And Halo was also an alternative. It's just like when Halo took up Call of Duty's identity, that's where the issue came into play. Now, fast forward to today, right? And I put out a video on my channel, and you could go look it up. And I'm going to put it into the description of my channel of this video. And I'm going to put it somewhere clickable up here or down there for you guys to go click on. I talked about the prophecy, and I warned of what Phil Spencer was going to do, and how it was messing up the identity of Xbox. Right. And in that, I said that you cannot have trying to move Xbox into a cloud space and not work on, then try to go away from your console. Because you got people or fan base that have a console pride. It's like you have PlayStation got a console pride. Nintendo has a console pride. And they both have their mascots and their flagship games to go along with it. You cannot now make those games cross-play and expect people to now subscribe to a Game Pass and then buy an Xbox. Because people were like, if you go back to Halo, people were willing to buy that Xbox and spend money on the Xbox just to play Halo. Right? And that was where Phil Spencer made the mistake. And I think they put too much money into acquiring Activision and Bethesda instead of putting that money into their own home games and making Game Pass center around Halo and playing Halo, where everything playing Halo, Forza, and Gears of War, rather than, okay, now we have Starfield. And look what that turned out. Bethesda didn't even do Starfield properly. So, and then now, if you look around back in that time, there were a lot of studios closing. So I think that was a big mistake by Phil Spencer, and I'm going to post a video of me talking about that. Because now, with Steam Deck dropping, I guarantee you, every other, like say, for example, Apple, or even Netflix, or even Amazon. Amazon is a good contender to say, you know what, we're going to drop our own hardware, our own box, our own stuff to represent our identity. Because you got to look at Xbox, like Master Chief and Cortana. Well, Cortana is like would be like Game Pass, and the console would be like Master Chief, where they work hand in hand. You understand? And now Master Chief's suit, Mjolnir, is always upgrading and updating. Now Master Chief, he can operate effectively by himself, but now when he gets the Game Pass or Cortana, he enhances Cortana and Cortana enhances him. So you gotta now make those things work hand in hand, right? And today I'm gonna speak to Asha Sharma, right? And I want Asha Sharma, however you say your name, to take notes to what the presentation I'm going to bring today, right? So without further ado, let's get into it. I told you so, right? Xbox needs to make Xbox matter again. The reason why I told you so because, like I said, I did a presentation on this, right? A message to Asha Sharma: rebuild Xbox around identity, discipline, and Halo as the crown jewel. Microsoft kept trying to solve an identity problem by throwing money at content. I'm not saying Bethesda and Activision were worthless. I'm saying Xbox needed a stronger reason to exist as a console brand. Buying more IP did not automatically answer the question. Why should I buy the Xbox? My position: Microsoft can win as a publisher and still weaken Xbox hardware if the brand loses its protected identity. Now, what is Master Chief? What is Cortana without Master Chief? She becomes a rogue AI. You understand? So now, or what is Game Pass without an Xbox? That's like, what is Xbox without a Game Pass? They go hand in hand together. Now, Xbox by itself is a powerful console. It's a powerful platform, but now you give it Game Pass, it enhances that shit. Game Pass is a cloud framework. You can play the games you want without a physical console to play it on. What is it? You understand? So you got to look at it from that point of view. They bought everyone else's crown jewels. Big accusation, but what did they do for the box? Right? I get why Microsoft bought them. Bethesda and Activision have real value, but the question is platform value. Did these deals make Xbox more necessary, or did they mainly make Microsoft a bigger publisher? That is the difference between owning profitable content and curating a console-defining identity. Not just cash, attention, leadership, and focus. This is where I think Xbox paid the price. The issue was not only the billions spent, it was the executive attention, studio management, marketing energy, and franchise discipline that could have gone into Halo, Gears, and Xbox-owned pillars or Frozen. $20 billion Xbox investment over 5 years, excluding ABK or per Xbox reset memo. 500 million annual revenue decline over that period, excluding ABK. That is spending more while the core business moved backward. If you buy Bethesda before you know how to maximize Halo, you're building the mansion before fixing the foundation. And you see that going on right now. When it was like Minecraft is what's keeping Xbox going, I'm like, what the hell is Minecraft? All you're doing in Minecraft is taking a pickaxe and doing this. and mining blocks. What is that? Remember that what built Xbox in the first place is not Minecraft. It was a first-person shooter. Well, let's go. First for Microsoft Publishing. Confusing for hardware. If Bethesda games eventually go to PlayStation, That can help Microsoft sell more copies, but it does not give the same strength to Xbox hardware. If I could get this game on PlayStation, why the hell would I buy it on Game Pass? And why the hell would I buy it on Xbox? Why would I do that? And remember, you got people loyal to PlayStation. And in spite, they would be like, yo, I'm not going to go buy Halo on Xbox Game Pass. I'm going to go buy it on PlayStation. Microsoft win, more platforms, more sales, more reach. This is why fans started asking if Indiana Jones, Doom, and even Halo can show up on PlayStation. What exactly makes the console essential? And Phil Spencer, that's what you did. You didn't build equity into the console. You took away equity from it. Xbox problem. Less reason to buy and identify with the console. Halo was already the mascot. Master Chief should have been Xbox Mario. Halo was not just another shooter. Halo helped define Xbox. It gave the brand a sci-fi identity, a multiplayer identity, and a warrior identity, and a reason to choose Xbox over the competition. This is why letting Halo lose heat was bigger than one franchise slipping. When Halo weakens, Xbox whole identity weakens. The pitches that did not get greenlit, the ideas were there, the pipeline was not. Former 343 developer Kevin Smith, and forgive me if I haven't said your last name correctly, said the team pitched roughly 20 to 30 Halo game ideas over the years that were never greenlit. And can you imagine you had an ODST game, which I'm going to pitch a game idea after that I make this video, of something similar to Helldivers, which was what was said? Because personally, I don't really like Helldivers. I don't like the friendly fire in Helldivers. I don't like the damn ragdoll in the Helldivers. I only play Helldivers because the weapons and the warbands are cool. That's what keeps me playing Helldivers. But I get it. There's a community for that game, and they like that hardcore beat bullshit where you drop a damn bomb and it kills you, or it takes you 50 damn railguns to take out one Strider. And then now the damn accuracy of the guns is all over the place. Meanwhile, you're being rushed by a Strider and a bunch of other little small monsters. Or now you have the Crusher that's there. And the Crusher got a big swing with his mallet. And by the time you load up, the damn railgun can kill you if it's in the unsafe mode. Goofiness. To the Helldiver community, you like that BS kind of game, cool for you. But Halo could have made a game similar to that, and they can still make a game similar to that and keep it in the Halo framework, minus whatever bullshit Helldivers put into it. That does not mean every pitch was a finished AAA game, but does show Halo had room to expand beyond one giant mainline gamble every several years. Possible lines Xbox could have explored. ODST boots on the ground stories. How many bomber-ass clock time Jack could have made an ODST game that the fans asked for. Flood Survival Horror, Unity tactical strategy game, which was what Halo Wars was, Covenant Arbiter story, smaller co-op campaigns. Halo Infinite was a perfect platform. But because y'all were bullshitting with the damn engine y'all was making and you didn't know what you was doing with that, you promised a 10-year life service with Halo Infinite. And what happened with that? Because y'all couldn't figure it out. My message to Asha is not, you created the problem. My message is, you're the one who has to correct it. So I'm not saying Asha created it, but she definitely inherited an issue that she's going to have to correct on it. Right? She got to bring it back, or not bring it back, move forward and remind people what the foundation of Xbox is. Xbox own reset language admitted the business could not continue as it was. That means the next era cannot be just more acquisitions, more subscription, and more mixed messaging. Xbox needs a foundation again. Console value, flagship identity, studio discipline, and clear hierarchy for cross-platform strategy. Now, I will admit this about Halo, right? Or Halo's community. And I saw this with Halo 5, right? Where people were complaining about the clambering, people were complaining about the assassinations. And because of that part, by the time we got to Halo Infinite, they took out the assassination. So I can't even blame 343. I got to look at the community because I was part of it and I was there and I was arguing with people over this. And all over Twitter. And it was like, we don't like the assassinations. By the time Halo Infinite came and they took out the assassinations because they listened to people, people complained about there did not being any assassinations. And I'm like, what the bumper clock? You said you didn't want it. And I was arguing with people about it. And people talk about, well, we want to go back to Halo back in the day. The reason why Halo was the way it was with Halo 2 and 1 is because of the limited technology back then. But now you have another platform, a platform, Xbox One at the time, and it's now Series X now, where now you can bring out the abilities and the power of what a Spartan can do. So now, yes, they're going to add more features to a Spartan because they want to bring out the lore from the books into the game. But yes, you're going to see Halo or what a Spartan looks like when he's punching a brute in the face because they can bring that stuff out because there's more technology. So it's like the Halo community did not want to evolve. You can stick to Halo, but evolve. Make Game Pass support the brand, not replace it. Make Gears and Forza feel like house brands. Make Game Pass support the brand, not replace it. Stop using accusations as a substitute for studio discipline. Give Xbox hardware a clear reason to exist. The console has to matter. The brand has to matter. Xbox cannot be everything everywhere with no center. Build the house first, then expand the neighborhood. That's what you got to do, right? Because I would love to see Halo in an RPG format, or because Halo Infinite kind of led to that. And it wasn't like an RPG; it was more of like a action adventure with the campaign because you had Master Chief in a kind of sandbox. He was running around upgrading his armor. He had different armor cores or whatever. So added something new to it, right? And like we see an RTS game, we can see an action adventure with the same soldier mechanics. That's in a third-person view, which you can swap between. And you can still keep Halo Master Chief in you could keep Master Chief or the Halo Identity FPS with the main game, but like do something like you did with Halo Wars, where you picked a different set of Spartans, gave them identity, and create a story off of them. You could do the same thing with an RPG or action adventure type game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to pitch that idea. If I were pushing the plan, I would turn Halo back into a living universe. Mainline Halo, Master Chief level events, ODST project, greedy soldier stories, flood horror, survival fear and atmosphere, Arbiter Covenant, alien politics and warrior code, UNSC tactics, strategy squad, and war room play, multiplayer core, stable seasons, and community trust. Not every project has to be a $200 million thing. Some can be AA or AAA, some can be AA. The point is, hold on, I gotta fix this so I can see myself better. Hold on. Hold on, my bad, people. Not every project has to be 200 million. Some can be AAA, some can be AA. The point is to keep Halo alive between the giant releases. So it's like this, right? My father, he gave me this analogy, right? He was like, I'm Jamaican, as you can see. He was like, see the short-term crops is like your cucumber, your watermelon, your foods, your vegetables that you can plant in the short term, right? Because cucumber is easy to grow. And the cucumber, it takes like 60 days. Watermelon, it takes like 90 days. Like lettuce, tomatoes, they take like 60 days. But you grow these so you can have something to eat and something you can go sell at market to make a little bit of money. And then things like coconut or things like mango or things like, vegetables that take like a year on a Pacific season for grow. You put those in the grow. So now by the time they grow into full fruits, right? You can now sell those for bigger money. But in the meantime, your short-term crops, you make them grow so you can feed yourself and have money and sell the rest which you have in surplus so you can put money on your table. Well, you can apply that logic to Halo. Your big time Halo games that takes you 7 years to develop, you put them out there. But then you have your short-term games like an ODST, like a firefight mode or something that you have to keep Halo alive and still bring revenue to you. But you make them quality games. You don't produce bullshit. I don't know if that analogy makes sense. All right, so let's go back to it. All right. I'm not saying Microsoft will never publish on PlayStation. I'm saying Xbox needs a hierarchy. Let these travel. Older titles, legacy releases, selected secondary games, time releases after Xbox gets the first moment. Protect these at launch. Halo as the crown jewels, major gear moments, platform defining showcases, anything meant to sell the Xbox identity. Now, Halo and Gears and Forza should be Xbox exclusives. Anything else, Xbox or Microsoft produces, make sure they're quality games, but those are the games you make cross-platform. Pillars, not random content in a subscription catalog. Halo gives Xbox a sci-fi war identity. Gears of War gives a gritty war identity. Forza gives Xbox a technical racing showcase. These franchises should feel like the house brands of Xbox. They should not feel like side items floating inside the Game Pass. The service can help, but it cannot be the whole brand. Game Pass can make people try games, but it does not automatically make people loyal to Xbox hardware. If the service trains people not to buy games and tells them they do not need the console, the brand gets weaker. Not chaos, not mixed messaging, not everything everywhere with no center. The formula has to be great console, plus strong first-person identity, plus smart Game Pass value, disciplined cross-platform expansion. The turnaround formula: make Xbox feel like Xbox again. Make Xbox hardware matter. Rebuild Halo as a universe, treat Gears and Forza as identity pillars, use acquisition with discipline, protect crown jewels at launch, make Game Pass valuable without making ownership meaningless. Xbox did not just need more games. Xbox needed a stronger reason to exist. This is the message. Make Master Chief matter again. Make the hardware matter again, and make Xbox the place where future Halo begins. Future of Halo begins. Right? So this is my source notes. I'm always going to put my sources in the thing for everybody to go look up. All right. In conclusion, hold on. He's now my boss up here. By the way, I got to get my muscles to look like this. I got them, but they're still fat there. So I got to get my muscles to look like that over there. But anyway, right. Asha Sharma, you have a beautiful opportunity to turn Xbox around. And I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a long time, but it could happen. And I'm going to pitch a game idea. Nobody can steal it, because if you steal it, I'm going to bring it back to the exact video that I pitched it first. So you can try it. But anyway, I'm going to pitch the game idea. See what y'all think about it. And I really hope that this video gets to the algorithm, and I really hope Asha Sharma sees this video. Anyway, this is King Yachty Gaming Network. I'm out.